People who don't know who you are or about you, just give us, tell us about yourself. Tell us a little bit about your story, and because you went from a LAPD officer to an activist, so yeah, let us know how you did that.
Well, it didn't happen overnight. Obviously, me being where I'm at here today, trying to seek the truth here finally, where I should have been doing that as a police officer. But basically, I developed PTSD early on as a Los Angeles police officer. I had witnessed a robbery taking place of a woman with a small child, and basically, I became involved. I stopped the robbery, but then six other gangbangers came out and I was attacked. And so consequently, what occurred is that from that PTSD, I developed a lot of aggressive behaviors and attitudes. And so when I was, coming back and doing the job that I should have been protecting the people and serving them, instead I became an abuser. And so it took me quite a while. I ended up staying on board as an LAPD officer, for approximately 7 years after the incident happened, for a total of 9 years with the department, where I just witnessed some crazy behavior. A lot of the acts that are being caught right now on TV that are being viewed all over the world through these mobile phones. That used to happen daily. In fact, it still happens, of course, as we know. And so for me, after I left the department in 1998, I ended up becoming a private investigator initially, doing the cheating type cases, that type of thing. And then I ended up getting into civil rights investigations, where I was hired for conducting investigations of officer involved shootings where people had been murdered and killed by the police. And so I've been doing this now for, I'd say, about a good 17 years. And boy, time has flown by. Doing a lot of activism. I work with the families now. I speak on a national level to discuss police brutality. And basically, this is where I'm at. I'm an open book. I want to be transparent, be naked before the people, and just say shit how it really is here, Tim, because, there's been so much lying and denying going on for the ages that no one has ever been able to get a straight answer. I want to be that person, that catalyst, perhaps, to try to really start this conversation going. And in a way, we do have it now. But we need more people. We need more cops to come out, because there's no such thing as a good cop if you're there watching people get hurt, beaten, and you know who these thugs are that are on the force. So I hope that kind of explains things for you really quick.
Yeah, that was great. So yeah, you were saying there's no good cops. Why do you think it is that they don't turn in when they see corruption on the force, why don't they talk about it?
Well, first of all, let me say there are some good cops, okay? But those good police officers oftentimes are forced out of law enforcement because, they're speaking the truth. And anyone that goes against the grain of the lies that are being told is seen as a troublemaker. And so these officers, they don't want to take a risk or a chance of being set up by a dirty cop, a dirty partner who has it out for them, because they're not going to look the other way when they're beating someone, or if they're stealing, or if they're framing a person. The so-called good cop is going to report and do his job, not just for against the people or suspects, but also his fellow police officers. And so there is a code of silence, a way that they handle these things, where we want to make sure that we now talk about these issues here, and by making it a safe environment for the good officers to come forward, because there cannot be a good officer if you know that your partner is out there, committing crimes.